Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I am going to be talking about the the trailer for basically the Flash movie. For anybody who doesn't know, Super Bowl 57. If you didn't watch it, I don't know where you've been. Um, so Super Bowl 57 came and gone, and we knew Warner Brothers had paid for an ad for the upcoming Flashpoint movie. And so we knew Michael Keaton was coming back into this movie. And as you guys know, if you follow my channel, you know damn well that I am a die-hard Michael Keaton Batman fan. Like, that is my favorite live-action Batman. He was my iteration to the character. That was the first real thing I watched. I mean, obviously I watched the Adam West stuff too, but that was really the first thing I watched. I was born in 91, so Batman 89 had been already out when I was young enough to watch it. So that was really my first iteration to the Batman character. So that was always kind of my vision of what Batman really was supposed to be. Um, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I don't think any of the new Batman films top the original live-action Batman movie. I love the new Batman movie, and I mean, I praised it, as you guys know, when I did my review of the Batman film. I did the review with Richard Korkinobi. We did that, or Saber King as he calls himself now. We did that collab together, and I loved the new Batman film they did with Robert Pattinson, but I still wouldn't put it as the best of all time. I know Richard did, but I would not put it there. But my biggest thing with this film, as excited as I am for Michael Keaton coming back, my biggest issue is the star of the movie, and that is Ezra Miller, who is playing Flash. And in this trailer, we got worse news. Well, the one thing, there was two trailers. So the one trailer that appeared in the Super Bowl commercial was a much shorter trailer than the trailer that ultimately appeared on the DC YouTube channel, which was a little bit extended and longer. But for Super Bowl advertisements, obviously 30 seconds is like $1 million on a Super Bowl ad, so they shrunk it to be like a minute on the Super Bowl ad. But then after that ad appeared on the Super Bowl commercial, they did bring it to they did bring the full trailer and upload it on their DC YouTube channel, which was a little more extended. But in this trailer, the Super Bowl one kind of really focused more on Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck's. There were a couple clips of Ezra. It was mostly narration that they showed of him, and that's kind of what they did in the main one too. But there was more clips of Ezra Miller in it, in the full one that they did on their YouTube channel. But coming out of this, we got devastating news in terms of Ezra Miller, because we're basically going to get two flashes of Ezra Miller. The one that we seen in the Justice League, where he's kind of skinny and all that, and then we got another Ezra Miller Flash that is a little more bulkier, basically, which just pisses me off even more, because I just don't want to see his goddamn face. You know, and now people are gonna, well, some people will have to see his face twice in this movie now. Not looking forward to that at all, and I'm sure you're not. You guys aren't either. But so this movie, as you guys know, for any of the recaps and everything else, this movie was made like I think 3 years ago now. And it was announced about 4 years ago. And there was originally excitement, and the reason why this movie was made primarily was to try and counteract Sony / Disney MCU, basically their Spider-Man film, which ended up getting them $1 billion, as we all know, the Spider-Man New Home film. And that's basically why they decided that, oh, we could do something like that. And at the same time, they wanted to reset the universe into a different universe. Now, the original plan was to do some type of, I guess, superhero universe. That's what some people were saying, or at least that's what was speculated. Don't exactly know if that's what happened. I do know that after they announced that these films were getting canceled, that they canceled a Batman Beyond movie, which really pissed me off because I want to see a Batman Beyond movie. I would have loved to see a Batman Beyond movie. That project should have been still greenlighted. They should have continued that shit. I mean, I don't know what James Gunn is thinking, with a young... Well, here's the thing, though. They said... James Gunn, I believe, said this. He said he was doing a younger Batman, right? A younger Batman for his new universe or whatever. But yet they're going to have a son of Bruce Wayne, which makes no sense if you're doing a younger Batman. So why not just use Ben Affleck's? If you're going to have a son of Bruce Wayne, why not use Ben Affleck's, who's older? Just freaking stupid. By the way, I want to just say this right now. I am no Snyder fan. I've criticized Snyder on this channel, like the movies that he does for DC, the exception of Wonder Woman, which, by the way, Wonder Woman, the first one, Zack Snyder was hardly involved in it. I hate to break this to people. He was hardly involved in the process of that film. He was just overseeing to make sure it fit in with the Justice League universe, and that was it. Patty Jenkins was more involved with the first film than Zack Snyder, but of course Zack Snyder fanboys still believe that Zack Snyder was the mastermind behind Wonder Woman when he wasn't. But no, I am no Zack Snyder fan, but just because I am anti-Zack Snyder does not mean that I am pro James Gunn, and or vice versa. Because I see a lot of people have said that I am somehow a Zack Snyder fan because I have been criticizing James Gunn's approach to the DC universe. I didn't like Zack Snyder's the way he approached the universe. His universe, and I don't like the way James Gunn is approaching his universe. I don't like the way DC has done shit for years when it comes to the movies. Okay? I think their vision is crap. I think they should follow the cartoons because the cartoons is what most people watch, and that's what most people have in their heads and think and vision of the characters, not the comic books, because the comic book fans are a niche group compared to people that are watching stuff on TV. Most people get their information from television, and that's where I think they should go. They should have capitalized on Teen Titans. They should have capitalized on Justice League. People would have still understand it. You could still bring the comic book aspect of it here and there, but I think they should have brought in the cartoon versions into live action. That's how I think they should have approached it. If they would have done that, I think they would be right up there with Marvel right now. But, of course, they don't like making money. So that's just how DC is. Um, anyways, point being is getting into this trailer and the way they're approaching it is exactly kind of the way I thought they were going to approach it, with the exception of not rebranding the movie, because I think they should have rebranded the movie Batman the Flashpoint, and put the title Batman in it, basically, because that's really what the trailer kind of focused on. Was more Batman and the return of Michael Keaton, and that's what I think they should have focused on, and they did in the trailer. But again, the title still The Flash. Nonetheless, that being said, I thought the trailer was badass. I like the trailer. They did exactly what they wanted you to think going into this film. This was about Batman. This was about returning of Michael Keaton. They did occasionally show Supergirl, but I think it was only for about 4 seconds. They really didn't show her that much. But it was mostly focused on Michael Keaton. I loved when he said, "I'm Batman." That was kind of cool. Ben Affleck's, I like to see him. You really get a chance really as Batman, unfortunately. But the thing that just really pisses me off about the whole thing is Ezra Miller. Him being in this film, if Ezra Miller didn't have the horrendous allegations, and I'm going to just say horrendous allegations because I'll get demonetized if I start getting into what he's actually accused of. So I'm just going to say horrendous allegations. Y'all can look up what they are, because things that he did, kidnapping, people, and other things that I can't even talk about without getting demonetized. Basically, has horrendous allegations. And, he claims that, they claim that he sought therapy, which, that's fine. Everybody needs therapy now and then. It's always there. Mental health, is always good for people that really, really need it. I'll always advocate for that. But in his case, because of the natures of the crimes that he committed, to me, it does not matter. Okay? Does not matter. The crimes that he committed are so egregious that it does not matter. He should not be allowed in this movie. He should not be allowed in future movies. And I know the argument is, Ezra Miller, the film was already filmed. They already filmed him before all the stuff came out. Yada, yada, yada. The actors worked so hard on this. You shouldn't punish us all for the one person, the one bad apple. And yes, I agree. There are some, with the actors, that worked hard. I believe truly everybody worked hard on this film. Everybody worked, and everybody deserves a round of applause for it. But at the same time, I don't believe, with the allegations he committed, that this film should be released. No matter how good the film is, and I have no doubt the film is good because the trailer was really good, unless they just only put out the best parts of the film in the trailer, then I have no doubt the film will be good. The problem is there's morality to this. And the morality is, how can you take anybody to see how can a parent, okay, because this is a superhero movie and family friendly content, right? How can a parent unobjectively take their kid to this film knowing the horrendous allegations against Ezra Miller? Knowing that, how could you take them there? And from my perspective, like I said, if Ezra wasn't in this film, if there wasn't so many things lying in dormant right now about Ezra Miller, there's no doubt this would be an easy film for me to go to. Michael Keaton's in it as Batman. Favorite, like I said, and like I've said in past videos, he's my favorite live-action Batman character. Okay? He is what I envision of what Batman is supposed to be in live action. But how can I consciously go see a film that supports someone like Ezra Miller, especially since we're talking about the same company who fired Johnny Depp for bogus allegations against somebody who actually did to him what she claimed that he did to her, which ended up being false in a court of law. How can anybody consciously go see this film in the theaters? It's tough, man. There's no way. I'm definitely not going to see it on opening day. I can't. I don't even think I can go see this because, I mean, there's a lot of time. It's June 16th is when it comes out. But as great as that trailer was, I don't know if I can consciously go see a film that supports someone who did what they did. I don't know how anyone could. And it sucks because Michael Keaton's coming back. He's my favorite live-action Batman. And this is probably going to be his last movie as Batman because any of the other movies that he was going to be in have been basically canceled. The Batgirl film got canceled. You know, from what I've heard, the movie was bad, but it got tax write-off regardless. Batman was supposed to be in that. Michael Keaton was supposed to be in that. Michael Keaton was supposed to be in Aquaman 2, I guess, which that's another film I'll definitely not go see. Then again, I wouldn't go see that film anyways. I'm not a fan of Aquaman, but I wouldn't go see that either because I'm not supporting that bitch that is playing Mira. But anyways, how can anyone consciously go to this? And, you know, the hypocrisy of Warner Brothers, what they're doing. You know, Ezra Miller is non-binary, which, you know, I don't have an issue with non-binaries. I know some people that are non-binary. No problem with it whatsoever. But when you commit crimes that are heinous the way Ezra Miller did, and you do that stuff, I don't care what you are, you don't get a pass. And I'm sick of this, oh, well, he's this, so he gets a pass. I don't like that. Everyone should be treated equally on the same standards. You fired Johnny Depp for bogus allegations. You got to do the same standard to Ezra Miller, which, by the way, Ezra Miller's allegations are far worse, even though Johnny Depp's were bogus. But you have to have the same standards. I don't care that people, you know, worked hard on the movie. If your star actor does something like that, there ain't no way I can morally support something like that. And again, this film still has an uphill battle no matter what, because even if they get $500 million, that's still not making them a profit because of the marketing they paid for to make the film and the theater cuts. So even at $500 million, they're not making a profit on that. I think they were saying that I think they needed at least make around $700 million to make at least a decent profit off of this. But even then, it you know, a movie like this, the idea is to get $1 billion, because the whole concept of them doing a universal thing like this where they have legacy characters colliding, in one universe, the whole concept of that was started because of the Spider-Man film that the MCU and Sony did together, okay, which that made over $1 billion. That was the whole concept of them doing this, okay? And there ain't no way in hell I see this film doing as good as the Spider-Man film did, the Spider-Verse film. There's no way or not Spider-Verse film. You guys get what I mean. The live-action New Home film or whatever it was called, that film, with all the live-action Spider-Man together. That film, there ain't no way this film is going to be able to top it with Ezra Miller in there. It might have been able to be close had Ezra not committed crimes, but he couldn't contain himself. So because of that, I don't see this happening. I don't see it doing that good. I just don't. It just hurts me so bad, because under normal circumstances this would be a film I'd instantly see because it's Michael Keaton as Batman. And this is where I'm at right now. The trailer looked good, but I don't want to support someone because that's the thing too. There's rumors that Ezra Miller might be allowed back for future films, which is freaking bullshit in itself. Just the thought of it or the conversation of it, but the fact that if this movie succeeds, that they're going to still continue their relationship with Ezra Miller is insane to me. When they let go of other actors, like Ben Affleck's. I mean, I'm not a Superman fan, but Henry Cavill, they let him go. And even though I'm not a fan of Superman, I respect the actors that work on these projects. And he kind of just got tossed aside. He was doing some other series on Amazon or whatever, and he left to do a cameo for Rock's Black Adam or whatever. And then he just got ditched the next month. I mean, it's ridiculous, what's going on. We don't know the future of Gal Gadot. Now, supposedly, if you want to believe the Instagram post from James Gunn, who says, I don't know what you're saying, that Gal Gadot got the boot. He denied that, so maybe Gal Gadot will still be back as Wonder Woman for the Origins movie or whatever. Or I think it was a TV series or something like that. I don't know what it is. It might be just an HBO Max original. But point being is, all these actors are getting cut aside. But Ezra Miller has a shot to still be in this new universe, despite the fact of everything he did, criminally. But all these other actors who have no criminal background or didn't do any of this chaos, he's allowed in, but they're not. Like, get the frig out of here. I don't give a damn. This is such hypocrisy in the max. And that's where my stance is on it. I just don't like where this is going. And I don't know if I can consciously see it. I definitely won't see it in opening week. It would be like freaking within probably the 4th week or something like that if I even considered going to in the theater to watch it. I would wait until like the 4th week. Because I wouldn't want him to get the money for it. But even then, I don't even think I would want to morally support it, you know? It sucks, you know? It's Michael Keaton. But at the same time, I don't like, you know, what Ezra Miller represents, and I don't think he deserves any of the notoriety that comes with it. So that's my thoughts. The trailer was good, but I just don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Are you going to go see the movie? Are you going to morally support this, knowing what's going on? Let me know. This is a tough one for me, guys. This is tough making this. It's tough making stuff like this. I mean, I'm telling you. I'm telling you from the heart. Telling you from the truth. This pains me. It pains me, man. It pains me because I like Michael Keaton. And I like him as Batman. I always wanted him to come back, and he comes back, but at a cost. We have Ezra Miller. That's all I got to say. Comment, rate. If you like this video or my other videos, please subscribe. Hit the bell for all the latest contents. And, yeah, guys. That's it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm Batman.